Shedeur Sanders get good news from a NFL insider. And also, what does the Cleveland Browns need to do during this upcoming NFL draft to make their team better? We getting ready to talk about it right here on Sports Talk with B. White. Do me a favor, you gotta do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video, hype this video, join the membership, join the membership, join the membership. Anything that you do to support this broadcast will be highly appreciated. Once again, let's get this show started. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh.
Time and put in work. He showed up for grind time. They hate the young man confidence, just like they hated prime time. Sabotaged him in the draft. Depth chart put him last behind Flacco and Dillian Gabriel, and both of them is trash. It's clearly double standards, evidently not a problem with Shedeur. It's arrogance with Mansell. They called it Moxie.
Shedeur Sanders gets good news from a NFL insider. Zach Jackson was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, and they was asking him about the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback coming in this year in 2026. And Zach Jackson gave them his answer. But before I show you that video, I want to address some things that I keep seeing and hearing over there on Twitter and also YouTube. The quarterback rating when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. The 5th round draft pick when it comes to Shedeur Sanders. They trying to use that to keep Shedeur Sanders being a starting quarterback in the NFL. Most people don't even know what a quarterback rating is, a QBR. Let's see what Google had to say about that QBR. Google says ESPN total QBR is calculated by evaluating every play contribution to scoring using expected points, adding EPA, and adjusting for a game situation, leverage, clutch, opponents, quality, and quarterback action, run, sack, fumble, etc. Then scaling it to a 0 to 100 score, unlikely traditional pass rating which only looks at passing stats. It's a complex, proprietary formula, but the core idea is rewarding efficiency and impact to key moments, giving credit to the quarterback for their overall contribution. Man, look at here. The quarterback rating, the QBR is misunderstood because if you can't look at a player, the way they perform on the field and make your judgment, man, you need to leave those stats alone if you don't know what you're looking at and if you don't know what you're talking about. Because many people haven't even watched Shedeur. They haven't even watched Shedeur play a whole game during Jackson State. Some of them didn't even watch him playing at Colorado. So they don't know what he can do and what he can't do in a football game. They going by what Twitter says. They going by what some of these YouTube people out there saying, some of these radio shows, some of these evaluators. They not even looking at the game. You can't even watch Cleveland game unless you got a special app. Because the Cleveland Brown football game is not even on regular TV in your area. So you going by what somebody done said over there on Twitter when it comes to judging Shedeur Sanders to see do he deserve to be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in 2026. Let's listen to a NFL insider, Zach Jackson. He was on the Ultimate Cleveland Sports Show, and they asked him a question. Who will be the starting quarterback for the Cleveland Browns in 2026? Zach Jackson.
I'm trending towards Shedeur kind of having first crack at this job by default. I'll say the way that changes is if it's a trade for Mac Jones, and I do see that as a somewhat realistic possibility. Now, right here in mid-January, I'm not ready to say how realistic, but the options are going to be few, and I just see it pointing that direction. Now, you can't, even if I was more certain, like we don't know who the coach is going to be or the coordinator, right? We don't know what any of those discussions are about. But right now, I think if they were going out to starting training camp tomorrow instead of starting phase 3 of their coach search, to me, there's no question that he would be the starting quarterback. I think they'll trade Dylan Gabriel for nothing. It will be Shedeur, Deshaun, and a rookie.
That's Zach Jackson, a NFL insider, letting people know the best thing for the Cleveland Browns to do, and he expects Shedeur be the starting quarterback going into training camp in 2026. This upcoming season will be very important for Shedeur Sanders. He must start out the gate right on schedule. Put that work in during the offseason, and when he hit OTAs, be ready to roll. Because if you think this past year was something, man, I can't wait to this year, because it's going to be a lot of people commenting on Shedeur Sanders as the starting quarterback. It just is. That's just the facts. The ones going to be for him and the ones going to be against him. They're going to have something to say about Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns. They ain't worrying about the rest of the quarterbacks. They're not worrying about the rest of the quarterbacks. They just want to comment and troll on Shedeur Sanders. They ain't worrying about Jackson Dart. They ain't worrying about Cam Ward. They going to be concentrating on Shedeur Sanders, especially them haters out there. Get ready for it. Get ready, because it's coming. But when you look at the Cleveland Browns got a lot of stuff going good for them. That's why I can't understand why people on TV, ESPN, Fox Sports, talking about the Cleveland Browns don't have no good team. It's the worst situation for a head coach to go in. Cleveland Browns got everything that you need other than 2 positions. That's an offensive line and a wide receiver. They got the quarterback, Shedeur Sanders. I'll take Shedeur Sanders over Jackson Dart any day of the week. I'll take Shedeur Sanders over the Tennessee Titan quarterback. I'll take Shedeur Sanders over the Atlanta Falcons quarterback. I will take Shedeur Sanders over the Las Vegas Raiders Mendoza when they draft him. Ain't none of those quarterbacks better than Shedeur Sanders. I don't care what ESPN say. I don't care what Fox Sports say. I don't even care what some of y'all say. Shedeur Sanders is the best quarterback out of all the openings that need a head coach right now that's available. He the best quarterback on the team. And Cleveland got the top defense other than the Texans in the NFL football. You got a good defense, and they can travel on the road. You got Myles Garrett. You got Denzel Ward. Look here. And you got that rookie linebacker, Swayze. Oh, yeah, I'll take them any day on the road. And you got a quarterback, and only thing left is for the Cleveland Browns to address some key positions on their football team. That's that offensive line and that wide receiver room. I would take the best available offensive lineman during this NFL upcoming draft. Whoever the best offensive lineman, I would take that first pick, which is 6, and whoever the best offensive lineman, I'm taking. Then they got another pick at the 24th spot. I'm taking the best wide receiver on my board, and I believe it's going to be Jordan Tyson. Jordan Tyson is a wide receiver from Arizona State. He transferred from Colorado when Coach Prime got there. Now, before Coach Prime got there, then he went to Arizona State, and he balled out. That's who I would take. And then in free agent, find me another wide receiver in free agent that will complete my wide receiver room. And then 2 offensive linemen in free agent too. And then use the rest of my draft pick, because they're going to have 10. They don't use 2. You got 8 more. Build that offensive line. Get you a safety. Get you a defensive back. Get you another tight end. So you got 4 picks. 4 more picks. 4 more you can put on that offensive line and be ready to roll with Shedeur Sanders. And I guarantee if they do that and bring back the tight end, David Njoku, go ahead and sign him to a new contract and tell him he need to be healthy and come on and play this year. Man, we're going to rock and roll. Shedeur Sanders going to take the Cleveland Browns to a playoff berth. He's going to take him to a playoff berth. Yeah, I said it. Sports Talk with B. Watts. Put it on me. Put it on me. Let's listen to ESPN Cleveland. ESPN Cleveland. 2 fellas talking about Shedeur Sanders. Play that video.
Another simple question for you.
I find that hard to believe, but go ahead.
Is Shedeur Sanders the Browns' QB1 for 2026? Is he their franchise quarterback?
I listen, those are two different questions.
Yeah.
2026 and franchise quarterback. 2026, yes, absolutely. I'd build around him. I'd give him the appropriate time. Give him a full offseason, a full training camp, put resources into him. I don't know if he's going to be any good beyond that, but they'd be doing him a disservice, and quite frankly, they'd be doing themselves a disservice if they didn't give him an opportunity.
Shedeur 2026, you heard it here from Chris.
That's ESPN Cleveland giving you their thoughts and takes who the quarterback should be in 2026. It should do a Sanders vote. They might as well get over. They might as well get over. The Cleveland Browns got an elite defense. They are set on that side of the ball. If you can, keep the defensive coordinator, Jim. Hire you a good head coach. Shit. Go out with Mike Tomlin. Yeah. Put them numbers on him. Mike Tomlin, come on. Mike T, come on. We got Shedeur. You and Andrew Baird fix that consultation y'all had on doing that Joe Flacco thing, and let's ride. Two brothers, let's go. Y'all got Shedeur. Huh? They got Shedeur. Jim Haslett, put that money on Mike T. Tell Mike T find him an offensive coordinator. One of them young dudes. Let him be your offensive coordinator so he can work with Shedeur and be the play caller. And let's ride this thing out. I'm telling you right now, if they take care of that offensive line, get them a bona fide number one wide receiver, Shedeur Sanders, the starting quarterback, he going to have them in the playoff. He going to have them in the playoff next year. He going to be in the hunt. I'm not saying they'll win the division, but Jim Harbaugh gone out of the division from the coach. Mike T gone out of the division with the coach. What's up? Pittsburgh ain't got no quarterback. They got Lamar Jackson. We almost beat them. Yeah. Only thing I'm trying to tell you, man, set Shedeur up for success. And I promise you, they're going to be in the hunt for the division, Tyler. And they got a good possibility of making the playoff. You heard it right here on Sports Talk. We'll be watching. You got to do me a favor. Do me a solid. Hit that like button. Subscribe to my channel. If you don't mind, hit that notification button. It'll let you know whenever I go live or drop a video. I got a live show tonight with the number one chat room on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Come on back and check us out. JR Boxing and Greg said we're going to have a good time tonight. All right? All right. Until later on, peace.